Hey fam, welcome back to George's Corner. I'm your host, George Lee Jones. I am pretty excited today because I gotta tell you this story, and I'm hoping that it's not gonna be too long, and that if you're watching this right now, that you'll stick with the story. The subject on this story is obedience is better than sacrifice. I was just leaving from a pretty good day and an appointment, and I was going to get lunch, something I never do in the middle of my day because I'm always so busy running around taking care of this, doing that, you know, just things, life. That's what I call it, life. Anyway, I'm about to go to that one. It doesn't matter which place I was going to get lunch, but meanwhile, while going to get lunch, I made a detour to stop at a bank that I no longer have an account with, but I remember the teller that used to be there, and he was a great guy. So I just stopped by to say hello, thinking, hey, I'll drop in and I'll leave because he'll probably be busy, won't have much time to talk to me, and that'll be that. I get there, and he happens to be there and not busy, so we sit down, ham it up a little bit. He's telling me what's going on in his world, talking about how things aren't so great. And I was telling him that, trying to encourage him, trying to be someone who's motivating him, and so forth. So he was telling me how sometimes having humbling experiences, um, like he had to make a request to his brother for some money, and he said it was hard for him to do that because normally he's the one being the giver. So as he's talking, I'm listening, and then I decided something came to my spirit and said, hey, tell him the story. So I said, well, sometimes in life, there are things that we want, and when things are good, we think only about ourselves. Case in point, I told him, and I thought that I was telling him a story, but I ended up learning that obedience is better than sacrifice. I'm going to say that one more time. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Especially for my spiritual-minded Christian friends out there that I'm talking to, you'll understand this story. I remember about, I want to say 10 years ago, I'm being conservative. It could have been longer than that. Things are going great in my world, and every once in a while I hear this little voice saying, hey, George, how's it going? And for me, it was the Spirit of God saying, hey, how's it going? I was like, hey, God is great. I have an attitude of gratitude every day, and things can be better. So he says, well, I got this simple request. I'd like for you to do this and that. And I said, you know what, Lord, I'm really busy right now, but I'll get to that situation when time is feasible. Things go on, fast forward, our time is not God's time. And so maybe 3 or 4 years go by. I'm talking to people, getting all kinds of confirmation about doing the things that he requested me to do, but I was reluctant to do them, and I realize now that it was my own undoing, or my own fault, as it were. A couple years go by, I hear the voice again. It's a little louder this time. Hey, George, how's it going? Hey, it's great. You know me, I have an attitude of gratitude. I'm always thankful. Things are going great. Thanks for asking. Then the request comes again. Did you do that thing that I asked you to do? And I said, nah, I haven't. And I start giving excuses, not reasons, excuses. And so then I realized, okay, this voice is a little persistent now, a little more than it was last time. But I keep on with my own thing, this and that. Now, let's fast forward. 3 more years, 4 more years go by. Things aren't so great. Things are lagging in my career right now. So they're not going the way I want them to go. But I'm still having, yay, attitude of gratitude, trying to be positive. But, that's something I have to constantly say to myself now because things really weren't great, but I'm talking myself up. I'm being my own pep rally boss. I'm being my number one cheerleader, okay? So the voice comes again. How are things going? This time I got a different tone in my voice. Things are all right. Well, you made everything, so you know how things are going. They're not going the way I want them to go, but, I'm persevering, my word. I'm keeping pushing, keeping things moving. I'm looking for higher ground every day. Digging into myself for those deeper depths, but, not pulling out much, but I go, well, that's how it's going. So then the voice says again, hey, you got time now to do that thing I asked you to do since you're not working so hard. And I go, yeah, I would, but you know what? I'm really busy looking for other opportunities right now. And as soon as things gets better for me in my life, I'll take care of that thing, that small request that you asked. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, it was a small request. Why didn't I do it then? But hindsight's 2020, and in some cases 15-15. So let's go more. 3 more years go into it. I'm still looking for other opportunities. Right now, at this point, I'm exhausting my resources. And when I say my resources, I'm talking my finances. I put away quite a bit of money. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars, but that's beside the point, because when life throws you punches, it doesn't care what you got. It just wants to know how resilient you are and can you get back up from being knocked on your back. So now the voice is loud in my head. So how are things going with you now? I go, well, Lord, I know you love me, but can you please like me a little bit? Because things ain't going like I want them to go anymore. And you see the struggles I'm going through. Can I get a little bit of help, please? Just a little bit of help. And there's silence. I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, I'm used to hearing a response. A couple months go by. I'm still praying. I'm still thankful. Then I hear this voice, and the voice says, doesn't feel so good now when your requests aren't being met, huh? And that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Now, I was sacrificing of my time to help people out. I was sacrificing of my money to give people when they were in need. But I wasn't obedient to that request, that small request that kept whispering in my ear, hey, George, I need you to do this. And that small request, now that I look back on it, was nothing. It wouldn't have cost me anything. But because I wasn't obedient, the sacrifice became huge. I was on the verge of losing a lot of things financially. And that's when it occurred to me, okay, all of my needs, all of my requests have been fulfilled. And I was only asked one thing to do. And that was over 10 years ago. So you know what I did, fam? I got busy fulfilling that request. And after I got busy fulfilling that request, guess what? The floodgates opened up. Things in my world got better. Things started happening. And I was like, wow, I was blocking my own blessing because I refused to be obedient to one tiny thing. One thing, just one tiny thing. I could smack myself over something like that now. But I learned my lesson. And I'm hoping that this story I'm telling to you right now, there's somebody out there that's listening to this, that you'll learn that lesson too. Don't let a simple request take you from being the obedient person you need to be to sacrificing everything you got for nothing. Trust me. Again, I go back to try to learn from example, not experience. Because those experience checks cost a lot of money, bro. I'm telling you, cost way more than you got sometimes. Can try your patience, can even undermine your faith at times. But I'm thankful I'm still here. I'm still healthy. I'm still strong. I just wanted to share this story with you. It's my own personal story. But if it can help you or anyone that's listening, or you can share this with a friend who's going through something right now, remember these words. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Stay blessed, fam. I look forward to talking to you again soon. And again, always, you can email me at george.jones, @yahoo.com. Take care of yourselves and the ones you love. And you know what? Go out and do something good for yourself. Always keep that smile on your face. Until next time, this is George. Talk to you soon.